All right, I'm on hole number 4 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament in the opening round of the rookie division in my 99 account. I got had to go take care of some stuff, and I got just a minute before my, I say employee, but we're actually co-owners of the business, gets here. I'm the big boss. He's the little boss. That's how that works. We have no division between us, so we each have our own function. Glen Monarch Estates, hole number 1. All right, this hole is going to be a little tricky because of the way the wind's blowing. In my upper developed account, I'm using a power 2.5 wind ball so I can work it out. So I've got a plan A and a plan B. If the wind, I'm going to do it in 10%, and I'm only able to use a nav. Am I using a navigator here? I'm using a navigator. I think I could use a katana, so I could cut the wind down by, and I could use a navigator and cut the wind down by 2. So if the wind is over 2 miles an hour with a 10% adjustment from our normal spot, I'm going to move over here so that I have a little bit more maneuverability. And if it's higher than 3, then I'm going to just have to just make sure I can get up there, and I really have no chance of getting on. But that's why I'm not too worried about the par 3s. I'm focusing on the par 4s because the par 4s are where this account can shine, because I have clubs on the par 4s that have great ball guide. I'm going to bring a katana just because that club is such low level. It only hits 160, but I've got 100% accuracy. And it's going to take 1 and a sliver of backspin. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happened. See what happened is, so I have a plan A, plan B. We'll see how those plans work out. I'm probably going to have to revert to plan C, which is just set it up so I don't end up in the sand or the rough and take the shot. Let's see what the wind is. 3.9, I'm going to add on 10%. That's 4. That's 4.4. So you can see from right there, even from right there, I'm going to have an issue. I can't take that shot. So it's 1.2 per ring. Get myself out in this area. Get it where I can see the dang ball. Just dial it up to the cup. It's 4.4. That would be 4.4. I'll be a little shy of that just because I think the sand is dinking it around. And I hit it great to the right, which is really bad. Just getting it up there. So this par 3 is usually a super hole-in-one-able hole because of the way the wind's blowing. In this particular tournament, we're having to deal with that sand, and it's a little bit tricky on the sand. That great to the right was right there. So I mean, I was right in the ballpark, but it's a different. We have to have a plan going in here depending on the wind. You can see when I moved it over and put the side spin on, because we don't normally use that. We usually just try and hit it straight at it. But when you're hitting it straight at it, you have about 2 miles per hour of wind that you can take out before you encounter that sand. So if the wind's blowing in a future tournament going in that same direction, if we move it over and put the side spin on it, we can work out about 3. It doesn't give us a lot, but it gives us a little. This is a great hole to bring a low wind ball on. Going into the week, I was really like this par 3 and the last par 3 were in this tournament were really the ones looking at as hole-in-one shots. But once we got on here in the qualifying round and saw which way the winds were blowing, hole number 1 and hole number 8 are now the ones that have the hole-in-one shot. And this one here, you have a hole-in-one shot on if the wind's right. If the wind's not right, you may have to scramble a little bit. And don't press the issue. The whole goal on a par 3 is to get a birdie and give yourself a chance for hole-in-one. If you're out there and it doesn't, and the wind's not cooperating, or if you've got a situation like that, don't press the issue. Get your birdie and move on. Rob's going to be here in a minute, so we're going to run down there. Said Rob's going to be here any minute, so as soon as he gets here, we're going to go to Rose Paper Products and get our stuff. Okay. No, I'm just going to go down there.
There's this other one that was right by shop.
Janitorial supply? All right. I'm not going to shoot this. What was I thinking? A little forfeit. I'll let my opponent have his shot. Let them get some practice. All right, that was hole number 4 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day Tournament, the opening round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.